Hello, students. Welcome to Nursing 440 Community Public Health. Professor Toda and I are excited to meet you, and we're excited to work with you this semester. Helping to teach the next generation of nurses is a privilege and honor that we definitely do not take for granted. We hope by now you have had time to review the Cougar course shell as well as the syllabus, and we'll watch this review to reinforce the information that you have read on the course shell and on the syllabus. As you already know, Professor Toda is co-teaching with me this semester. She's also assigned to the clinical groups in Fallbrook. She will be delivering the content when you have your in-person lectures in San Marcos. As you know, both the Nursing 440, which is Community Public Health, and Nursing 442, Case Management courses have a hybrid course design. What that means is that both these courses will alternate in-person lectures on Fridays at the San Marcos campus, the Extended Learning Building, room 401, between 11:30 and 3:20 p.m. The days that you're assigned to be asynchronous, you will review all posted content on the Google course shell under the Read, Look, and Listen section, then complete all scheduled assignments at your leisure by the due date. You will not be meeting online with anyone on those asynchronous assigned lecture days because that is an opportunity for you to be self-directed and engage one-on-one with the content. Please be sure to review the course shell weekly where it outlines where you're supposed to be or which course you're supposed to be taking in person each Friday. It will also highlight for you which Fridays are the asynchronous lesson days. Constructive, helpful feedback is always welcome. To help me pivot the course to ensure you engage as an active participant in the course. I want you to know that short semesters do bring challenges, sometimes barriers that will prevent you from progressing in the course. I want you to know that if you do experience anything like that, I would like for you to tell me immediately because it gives me time to be able to figure out if there's any available resources or there's any way that we can be of assistance to you to ensure that you complete the program, the course and the program in a timely manner. Okay. I'm a nurse first, so I'm going to exercise empathy, compassion, and care when attempting to assist you with any unforeseen challenges or barriers. But I must maintain the integrity of the course. So I will assist you as long as all the course expectations are maintained and there are no questions asked over whether or not we broke integrity. So please keep that in mind. I'm investing in ensuring that this course is a positive learning experience for you. Professor Toda and I will meet you halfway and walk beside you to facilitate your learning throughout the next few weeks. But that premise is predicated on the fact that each of you will also walk beside us. You're expected to be self-directed and take ownership of your learning by engaging in the content and the course. I'm going to review first the Cougar course shell, which I'm sure you're familiar with, but I'll just review how we set up the course, how it's set up so that you understand. So you start, this is a table of contents. You start at week 1, clearly stating start here. The first area will have all the information you need for the course description, who are your faculty, how to contact your faculty, what textbook you will use, and the course objectives or the course student learning outcomes. This is very important because this is the blueprint that you will have to know what information you're supposed to be learning from being in this course. So, for example, you're going to analyze issues and trends influencing health policy, healthcare economics, and the delivery of healthcare. You're going to learn how certain issues affect the way healthcare is delivered in various populations. Describe the scope of the public health system, including the core functions of public health. What are they there to do? What exactly is public health? How many specialties are under the umbrella of public health? You're going to differentiate between community-based nursing and community-oriented nursing. Community-based nursing is when nurses go to deliver care at the patient's place. So it could be at the school, it could be at the patient's home, it could be at the patient's job site. So nurses render care where the patient is. Community-oriented nursing is when the public health nurse is concerned with population health. So rather than treating an individual, in community-oriented nursing, you're concerned with the population as a whole. You're going to identify strategies and methods for assessing populations and community at risk. One of the strategies that you will be doing or using is the windshield survey. You will be driving around your clinical area, noting what the community offers, what the community is like. And then when you get ready to do your care plans for your nursing 445 clinicals, you will also use that information and gather statistical data online using public health websites, Health and Human Services website, to find out what are the prevalence, the disease that exists in these communities. What's the demographic information for each of these communities? So the windshield survey is one of the strategies and methods used to assess the community to try and determine the needs that exist in the community. And finally, you'll discuss various roles and strategies used by nurses in community health when promoting health, protecting health, and preventing disease. There is an assignment for the course, which is a group project where you will be finding out the needs of a population at your clinical site, and then you will be designing a health promotion educational tool that can be used at the clinical site. So this objective is going to be met by hands-on learning assignment that will help you use one of the strategies normally used by nurses to be able to promote health in the community. So course objectives are listed on the weekly modules. They're listed in the syllabus. They're listed on the Google Course Shell. So when you're asked in the final course evaluation, if you were told about the course objectives, you need to say, yes, you were told, because not only am I explaining this right now, but you have multiple opportunities to read through the objectives. Okay, so here's the syllabus, which I'm sure you have all reviewed. There's some background about the instructor, background of the experience of the instructor, a small blurb here on what days you're expected to be in person for community health and which days you're supposed to be asynchronous. Then we come down to student resources. There are instructions for taking a screenshot using the snipping tool. There are some assignments that require you to take a screenshot. So if you don't know how to do that, there are instructions right here. There's instructions on how to attach a PDF file into a Word doc file. This section here is very important. It's APA 7th edition. APA is very important for writing, especially in healthcare, so that all who read your writings can understand. And so there are specific ways of citing and referencing sources that are used in professional writing. And so here are some resources to assist you. I'm hoping that you all have the textbook for the APA, but if you don't, those resources are very helpful. If you need to meet or would like to meet via Zoom, this is my meeting ID and my password. However, I do require that you send me an email to schedule an appointment so that I am available. I handle multiple administrative tasks at the School of Nursing, and it's very difficult to meet with students throughout the day if they don't have an appointment. So please be sure that you reach out and let me know the reason you want to meet, as well as what days are you available, to see how I can coordinate with you. Okay, here's one of the earlier assignments that were already completed. And then this forum here, very important, this forum is where you post your questions. The reason this is very important is because there may be others in the group that have the same questions but are not asking it. And they may miss out. If you pose the question, either the instructor or the peer can answer the question, helping multiple people, not just yourself. And so questions that are related to assignments, questions that are related to content must be placed in this forum so that we have clear, transparent communication that everybody can benefit from. Then we move further down, we have another forum. This forum is more of a social gathering space that you can use to chat with your peers. I know you guys all know each other, but that's just a space that's given where you can speak about other things that are not course related. Okay, then you have how to be successful in the course, additional references helpful to you to be able to navigate this course. I have here the public health nurse application. All of you will be able to apply for certification once you graduate and finish this course. I highly recommend that you consider it if you want your multiple options to be available to you. Not only can you get hired after graduation to work at the bedside, but if no positions are available and you have a public health nurse credential, you are able to get a job with a public health department and with other community entities. A public health certification, it's what's required in order to work in the community under the specialty. You have instructions on how to install Zoom, how to conduct a meeting, how to get the link and upload it to YouTube. We do have assignments in this course that require the use of Zoom and YouTube in order to submit course assignments. So please make sure that you review this information if you don't already know how to do it. Netiquette are guidelines to follow to be able to be kind and collaborative with your peers as you work online. Student academic honesty, here are the guidelines. We want to make sure that your work is your unique creation and you're not copying off of others. The other thing, I'll just move along from that. The other thing is the library help and the other assistance that you can get from any of these entities at the university to support your progress through this program if needed. Alrighty, and then I'll review one of the usual modules to let you know how you would approach. Each individual module has a course overview. That's where you want to stop first. You want to expand it. The first section discusses what you will be learning this week or each week. The second section has the planned assignments with detailed instructions that you must read and follow, as it shares how you will be graded. If you follow the instructions, there should be no reason why you don't get the best points possible. And then each learning lesson overview will have a list of course objectives that will be met by completing the task, the assigned task. Then there's a video, short video, narrating the lesson overview. And then here's the section That's the lecture content, the read, look, and listen. So every week when you're asynchronous, this is where you would come to review the content for the week. This is where your lectures, PowerPoint would be. The additional resources are provided to you in case you want reinforcement of the information that was learned above. Okay, and then further down, you have the assignment submission link. You would also find an example of the assignment. Now, just bear in mind that these examples have not been graded. They're just posted there so you can get an idea of what the assignment should look like when you complete it, but they're not a fully graded assignment that you can copy to cite or to reference any source. Then you have a rubric. The rubric is very important because it guides you on how to prepare the assignment, how many points are each section of the assignment worth. So make sure that anytime you're completing an assignment, you look to see if there's a rubric for it. Usually the written assignments have the rubric, and you want to make sure that you look at each category and make sure that your assignment, as you complete it, meets each section of that rubric so you could get the best points possible. Then you have the syllabus acknowledgement form, which you all completed. Thank you very much. And then you're assigned groups to complete the 3 group assignments. Here's the discussion forum. This is where all the communication for the group assignments should be taking place. I absolutely love the fact that you have all engaged in this discussion. I look forward to reviewing your presentation and your health promotion pamphlet, because it looks like you guys really started early in the planning process, which is excellent. Here's the team charter. The team charter is important because when you work in groups, you want to be sure that everybody understands what their task will be, what their role would be in the project that you guys are all putting together. So the team charter describes for each of your group members, what are your habits, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses. If your group members know that you're a procrastinator, then they'll be more likely to engage with you and motivate you so that you can complete your task on time. So it's very important that you share what are your normal practices when you work in a group, so that everyone understands and is able to reach out to you and assist you as needed. Okay, that is the format for each of the courses. Okay, so you see you got another one here. And so each week, you will do the same thing. You'll start from the top, you'll review the lesson, then you move on, watch your video, and then go and do each of these sections that have been assigned that are under the lecture content. Okay, and then something I want to point out is Healthy People 2030 is a collection of national objectives, health objectives, that was put together and published by the Office of Disease Prevention and Health Promotion. It aims at the challenges and the lessons that have happened the past decade and how can we improve. So all organizations that are engaged in improving the quality care of patients, educating patients, will always go to Healthy People 2020 objectives to see what are the initiatives that are being tackled to try to improve health in certain individuals. So you will be using this resource quite a bit for just about all your projects, including your N445 projects. Okay. And so again, the information that's not included in the lecture content, you would just review based on information that you did not understand or information that you want to reinforce. Okay, now I'm going to switch gears and talk a little bit about the syllabus.